Look at that. That's Garden of the Gods right behind me. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm at a place called Red Rocks Open Space in Colorado Springs, and it is just a perfect day. It's about 7 in the morning. I've got my painting gear behind me, and I'm gonna go find a place to paint today. I happen to be in Colorado Springs because I just ran a Spartan sprint race with some of my gym friends yesterday. So I spent the night at a really nice little hotel and thought I would take advantage of this lovely morning and do some painting before heading home. So let's see if we can find just the perfect spot. So for those of you who don't know, a Spartan race is basically a 5K is what I did. They have different lengths, like an 8-mile and a half marathon. And I did the 5K called the sprint, and it's got like 20 obstacles that you do throughout. I thought maybe I'd be really sore today, but I'm not too bad. I beat up my hands. I got Band-Aids on doing the rope climb and kind of just tore some skin off. But other than that, really grateful just to have a healthy body to be able to do things like that and then go out hiking the very next day. I think it's so important to maintain just a base level of fitness so you can do the things you love, right? So I actually did this trail quite a few years ago with a friend when I was, I think, close to 30 weeks pregnant. And I remember it just being so spectacular. And that was before I really got into any kind of painting or plein air painting. And so I wanted to come back and just take another look from an artist's perspective, see what I can see. Oh, how precious. Look at that handsome little buck. Every time you see wildlife, it's like seeing a unicorn or something. It just feels so magical. So apparently this used to be a quarry. You can see all that stone that was carved out. So you can see this is a pretty easy trail. Over there are the red rocks all lit up in the sun. And right now the path I'm walking on is in the shade, but I don't think it's gonna stay this way much longer. I have to kind of try to find a spot where I have some shelter and also a spectacular view. I'm gonna keep looking. Wow, I really like this spot. There's some amazing shadows and light shapes on the little valley or meadow here. I think that would be a pretty difficult challenge, trying to save the white of my paper for those tree trunks and some of those branches. Time to get some elevation. There's Garden of the Gods. That'd be fun to paint.
After hiking for over an hour and a half, I finally decided to set up in the shade of the bushes just to the side of the path overlooking a valley with a clear view of Garden of the Gods off in the distance. I set up my Taylor Seamount easel, Rembrandt paints, and my DaVinci travel brush. My paper is a block of Arches cold pressed, size 15 by 30 centimeters. I struggled with the sketch and had to erase a lot. I wanted those distant red rocks to be the focal point, but started with them way too small. Because I was hidden in the grass, I think I definitely startled a few passing hikers, but a deer just across the path from me calmly feasted on foliage and didn't seem to mind my presence at all. I blocked in the sky first, using cerulean blue and a little hint of yellow ochre near the horizon line. I then worked background to foreground using a combo of ultramarine and burnt sienna for those cool shadows on the distant rocks, and a fun combo of greens, reds, blues, and yellows for the tree-covered slope. For the red rocks, I used a watery mix of benzimidazoline orange, cadmium red, and burnt sienna. The outdoor temperature was rising and the tree shadows on my paper were difficult to work with. The final painting seemed kind of rushed to me, and I think I definitely made the trees way too evenly spaced. So not every painting day will be a smashing success. I have to give myself grace on those days and just be proud for showing up.
Hello again. Okay, back in my car. Wow, I hiked a ton. I kind of discovered that I got really distracted and just kept wanting to explore and see what's around the next corner. And I spent more time hiking than painting, and I think my painting suffered for it. But you know what? I just never regret doing these kind of excursions. I never regret going out, and for sure being outside and seeing all the wildlife. Wow, that was so much fun. And doing a painting, it wasn't a great painting, but I had a great time. So it's always worth it.